3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 2nd down, Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now back to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick-6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll look to throw again.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
One play action. Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Quick throw to Olave. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Fields now to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Here's a diving catch right side.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
Now receiver in motion left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where the low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Al Woods forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Way to do it, baby. Way to come on. Way to come on.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Play action. It's Fields.
Touchdown, Chicago! Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll drop to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Fields fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Fields on 3rd down.
Flushed out right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a
and my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Fields.
Buying time to his left. He completes it to Beckham.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, fans.